Hi guys, welcome back to part 4 of Developing Dallas, and as you can see, I've been picking up quite a lot of the Cowboys players off screen because sometimes the bronze players seem to be really expensive, so I'm just picking them up when when their prices aren't absolutely ridiculous. But we got showers here, and this is where the series starts to get a little bit difficult because we're going to be using a bronze quarterback who has 60 throwing for every single stat, and he's not even quick. So there isn't much he's actually good at, but since he's one of the Cowboys players, we got to get him in the team at some point, so I'll get him in now early on and get that out of the way as quick as possible. We also got Steeples there, who looks pretty decent, to be honest, for considering he's a bronze card, obviously. He's not that slow, he's got reasonable speed, so on the whole, he'll be a good pickup for now. And we're going to build our D-line up a bit because obviously, you need a good D-line in Madden. I think it's one of the more important things. If you can stuff the run, that limits people a lot. I mean, a lot of people tend to pass anyway, but if you can just totally cut running out their game, you can just get a good coverage, get a good amount of picks in the games, and, get easy wins. So for me, D-line is one of the more important sort of positions to go with in your Madden team. But also, today they've released the new salary cap mode. I mean, I've been going through the solos a little bit, and it's quite fun for me. I think it's quite interesting. I mean, the screen here looks so much better and so much cleaner. I think with the info on the right, it's a huge help. And I think that looks, pretty incredible, to be perfectly honest. But going back to the team, we got a very good basis of a Cowboys team building up now. We're slowly getting towards that full Cowboys lineup. I know it's just a bronze team, and I know it's not the best team in the world, but it's always good to, since we're doing a series dedicated to the Cowboys, get that full Cowboys team on the go. And we're sort of halfway there now, so it's definitely coming together. Considering it's only part 4, come part 6, 7 or 8, we'll have the full team there, especially when we move into the silvers and we have more options in positions available, because obviously there aren't any bronze punters or kickers, for example, so we can't get them in yet, but they are in silvers and moving into the golds, so hopefully we'll get them in pretty soon. But I think I'm adding a good amount of players per episode. Let me know down below what you think of that. Also, let me know down below what you think of the new salary cap mode that I mentioned earlier. I mean, the info on the right for me I think it looks so clean and so professional, but I haven't really tried playing sort of head-to-head in salary cap mode because obviously this team just wouldn't stand up against a lot of other teams. But let me know down below what you think of the new salary cap mode that they've introduced. But I'm going to move into the checklist now, and from the checklist you'll see that we have, fair few players still to go in the bronze there. We've got probably about 10 in total, so that's 2 more episodes. I'll probably finish off the bronzes in 2 episodes so we can start moving into the higher rated players. But one thing I think that a few people like about this series, and what I think makes this series pretty unique on YouTube, is the fact that we're using unknown players or players that you'd never hear of, and maybe you see someone who's performing really well and you fancy picking them up. For me, that was Webster in last series, which I've mentioned a few times, who I use on my main team now because he just plays so well. I mean, he's a low-rated bronze, but he's so fast. And once he gets around that block, he gets to the quarterback within seconds. But off on the tangent there, some of these players, like I said, you might find you want to use at some point. But I'm going to move into a match now. Drop a like on the video. Let's try and get 15 likes. Comment down below what you think of the new salary cap mode, and subscribe if you're new. But moving into a match here, this is why I'm having trouble sort of finding games, because this match, as an example, we start off here. Nothing, major happened to start with. He got a decent run out. We're, as per usual, going to try and get the sacks in the game. We get an easy sort of block shed. Fumble first play. He misses the ball. We jump on the ball, and he ends up quitting. So for me, that's just, wasted time, which I could be recording proper games with. And this seems to happen so often. And as you can see, he was just going to wait for ages for some reason. He was like waiting in that pause menu for a few minutes and then just went. This is another feature that I like, actually. So hopefully you won't get matched up against people where there's lag as often, because I'm presuming that feature will have something to do with that. But moving into the actual long game of the episode here, this was a very good game, very entertaining, very sort of a nail-biter game. There was no clear-cut winner in this game. It was very, very close. And this is the first time I had to use my bronze quarterback. So, arguably the worst quarterback I've ever used. But his throwing wasn't too bad, to be honest. I mean, he was throwing to the tight end. We had none of his throws were too bad. I mean, a few of them were awful. Like, as you'll see later on, I'll try and include a few of his really bad throws. But most of the time, he was throwing on the money because I was just throwing short passes or just going for run plays or something. And as a quarterback, wasn't as bad as I thought he'd be, which is, quite nice. And like I said, one of the things I enjoy about doing something like this in the series. But saying that, just as I'm bigging him up, he throws an absolutely terrible pass. Easy interception for my opponent there. But like I said, the defence does carry us a fair bit in this series. And we nearly get a sack there, but I'll take a pick over a sack any day in that position. And I'm going to go for sort of a 4 verts here because it's 3rd and 10. And decent throw, but that's one of the bad things about playing with low-rated receivers. You just drop so many open catches. Like that one, which would have been an easy catch for any receiver, any elite receiver, to be honest. But unfortunately, we're going to have to try and grind our way back into this game. 2 turnovers for us, which is bad considering it's only just started the second quarter. But he's 3rd and 18. We got some good sacks. We got Reggie White, who's phenomenal. I'm going to be quite annoyed when we have to upgrade to a bronze instead of him, because he's playing so well. But we forced him to punt. Obviously, he's in his own red zone, so he's going to punt. And I don't know why I went right there. I think if I'd have gone forward, the left hand's... Sorry, I don't know why I went left. I don't know why... If I went sort of forward and then left, would have been totally clean open. But, live and learn in those positions. But this guy's user in was absolutely terrible. And this is the point in the game where I realised that and thought, I can just abuse this as much as I can. Because he was just always in the wrong position. But as you can see, we've got good clock management going here. 20 seconds left, few timeouts, and we ran fullback dive 3 plays in a row. He's going to gamble up the middle, as anyone would, and anyone should, to be honest. We're going to go with the classic few fullback dives in a row, go to a pitch play. We got Dre Archer. He's so quick, you're never going to get him, even if you manage to adjust to it. So that's an easy 7-0 up at the end of the second quarter. So coming into the third here, we force into 4th and 11. As you can see, defence is playing consistently well, which I'm enjoying. But he manages to get a brilliant throw over the middle there. Wide open. Good read by him. And he's going to start moving the chains up the field. But 3rd and 20, as you can see, he was never getting consistent throws or anything up the field. And Sherman there, love every Sherman card. Even though that's the 70 rated one, every Sherman card is absolutely phenomenal. But that was the sort of throws that the quarterback was doing every now and again. And as you can see, that was dreadful. That should have been an easy pick if he had anyone there, but luckily he didn't. But 4th and 17 for us. We're going to play it safe and punt. We've got 1 quarter left. His offense wasn't that threatening. I knew he could score, but it was just sort of trying to keep him at bay for as long as possible. And I mean, if we could, force him to kick a field goal, I could just run down the clock and get the win. But he manages to get, I think, a ridiculous catch there. He's between 2 players, and he manages to pick that up. But we're having a goal line stand here. He started on the 1, and we managed to force him back a bit. And I thought he was going to go for a pass there. Shouldn't have gambled on that. I should have just played it safe, jammed the middle. And hopefully if he gets a pass, he deserves a touchdown for being ballsy and passing at that point. But we're trying to get a run game going. And I just couldn't get it going for most of this game, to be perfectly honest. Very frustrating when I can't get the run going, because I love running with Dre Archer. But this play here, as you can see, since his user in, was so bad. I was doing double drag routes across the field, and one of them was always open. But good run with the fullback there, getting the actual Cowboys players involved, getting Agnew involved. And we managed to wind the clock down, 2 seconds left, kick the field goal, get the safe win, which I'm going to take at this point, because I mean, with the players we've got, the bronze team we've got, 64 rated, I will take any win we can get. But that's the end of the episode, guys. Thanks for watching this far. Let me know down below in the comments if you've actually managed to make it to the end of the episode. Like I said, let's like the video. Let's try and get 15 likes as per usual. Also, let me know what you think of the new salary cap mode, and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next episode.